Hello beautiful people from the internet, it is Connie over here. Welcome back to the dojo, aka my car, you know. Today is a very exciting day. So a little backstory, if you're new, this is gonna be super quick, 5 seconds. Basically, I've been smoking cigarettes for 2 years. I love cigarettes. I don't recommend anyone else smoke them, but I do enjoy them myself. Oh my god, my light is starting to fall. Today the weather forecast is a lot of rain, as you can probably see. Today I'm going to be doing something super exciting, which is I finally got myself the IQOS Illuma 1, however you say this. I got myself this machine for one reason, okay? I don't know if you are watching this, when you are watching this, but the ban of the menthol sticks on the IQOS has just been implemented in Portugal. Today is October 25. This has been implemented in October 23rd, but the stocks on the stores are still not fully sold out, so I was able to find myself some menthol sticks for the IQOS. Now, I was delaying trying IQOS because I didn't really care about it. I really like my normal combustible cigarettes, you know. It is what it is, but because this ban is going to enter my country very, very soon, you're not going to be able to buy any more menthol sticks. I was like, now is the time. If I want to try menthol for once in my life, this is my one and only opportunity. So today I went to the store, you know, got this machine. I'm super excited. I don't know what I'm expecting, to be honest. Honestly, I'm expecting honestly, I'm not expecting to feel any buzz like I do with my cigarettes. I'm not expecting to enjoy it as much, but I'm expecting to have kind of a more maybe refined luxury experience. I don't know. I've never touched one of these machines. I've never, you know, used one in my life. This is going to be the first time I'm ever going to do that. So I'm gonna open this box, which unfolds just like that. Oh my god, that is probably the instruction manual that just fell. Welcome to the world of IQOS. Hell yeah. What do you have to say to me? Oh, instruction manuals, we don't need these. I'm very big brain person. So let's open this up. Let's see what's inside. You guys saw it before, then wow, that is interesting. I'm gonna be smoking out of this, I guess. Okay. All right. I hope it's charged, even it's just a little bit. What else does the box come? Whoa. Okay, it's a charger. I don't know why I was so impressed by it. Whatever, it doesn't have anything else in here. Now, the feel of it is, okay, so this is like a rubbery texture right here, and then this is like metal. Can you hear that? It's like metal, and then there's this cap. Oh my god, I'm not really good at showing things. I just want to try it, to be honest. And I'm going to open this, and we're going to try my first ever IQOS. I never thought this day would come, to be honest. I've always been like, oh, why do you smoke IQOS? Just, you know, I like real cigarette. You know that person that is always like, why do you drink coffee with milk? I like real coffee. I drink coffee with milk, but I personally was that person in cigarettes. Like, if there's normal cigarettes, why would you smoke this? But honestly, there's benefits, of course. I feel like this might be less harmful than cigarettes just because it doesn't have the combustion chemicals such as methanol, butane that cigarettes have. This is a heat not burn device, so it doesn't burn the tobacco, it heats it up, you know? So, right off the bat, let's open this up. The smell is very odd. I don't know. I only bought this because these are the menthol ones, you know, at least from what it said on the site. So I bought this because they are going to go out of stock. They're banned. You cannot buy them anymore after this stock is over. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know how to turn this on, and I don't want to look at this thing, you know. So I'm just gonna brute force it and like press it. Oh, it vibrated. Look at that. Okay, it seems like it's like 3/4 charged. I don't know. Now I'm gonna open this up, and how do I stick this? Okay, I'm gonna put this thing here, and now what? Do I press it again? I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do? Should I read the... No, come on, I can do this. Hello? Can you start burning this? Oh, okay. So I long pressed it, and now it's doing like a little drr, drr, you see? So I think that means that it's heating it up. I'm super curious. I don't know what this is going to taste like. I'm very excited. Whoa, it's steaming. Look at that. Or like fuming or smoking, whatever. Wow, can you see it? It just vibrated. Oh, the smell is very odd. It smells like berries and farts. Okay. I mean, this is time. Let's go. Let's take a hit of this. Let's go. Ooh. Okay. Why does this kind of taste like a fish dish? You know when you go out and you have like a octopus salad, something like that? This kind of tasted like a fish dish, and it smells a little bit like farts and berries. It's raining very hard. The smoke is super, super hot in my mouth. Okay, not hot to the point where it's burning my mouth, of course, but it's way hotter than cigarette smoke. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to feel any sort of buzz with this. I gotta say, the smoke almost has like a buttery sensation to it. The cigarette smoke is like kind of harsh in the sense that it just feels like smoke. It feels like it dries your throat, you know? This has kind of a buttery sensation to it, as it almost moisturizes my throat. That's very weird. Now I gotta say, the taste of this is not to my preference. This doesn't taste like tobacco, at least any tobacco that I've ever tried. It has a hint of freshness because it has some menthol in it, so I'm definitely feeling my lips and the top of my mouth a little bit fresh from the menthol or mint or whatever. But oh, it seems like I have about 75% left, I guess, so I need to smoke this and shut up. I'm gonna try to take a couple hits all together to see if I can feel any sort of buzz, because the reason why I smoke cigarettes, it's because they give me a good buzz. If this is not going to give me that, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. Let's do it. The body of the smoke is pretty terrible. Doesn't have a lot of smoke like the cigarettes, for example, the red cigarettes, Portuguese. Oh, hello! I'm feeling a little buzz. Oh, it's a very, very subtle buzz. But it hits though. Damn. Now, I cannot really compare this. Oh, it's heating up a little bit right here. Oh my god. Wow, it's giving me a buzz. I wasn't expecting to feel a buzz with this at all. But it's giving me one, like a... Damn. It kind of hits. It hits like a cigarette, you know? But I don't understand if cigarette smoke is so bad because it comes very hot into your mouth, you know? It has the filter, but the filter doesn't protect much of the heat. I'm sorry about the rain noise. I hope it's not too distracting, but this smoke comes in way hotter than cigarette smoke. But I gotta tell you, it's giving me a consistent buzz. I'm still feeling the buzz. Now, the taste of this is something that, I don't know if it's for me though. I'm gonna try to describe it better. It doesn't taste like tobacco at all. I've smoked lots of different kinds of cigarettes, both lights, strongs, you know, those. I've also smoked cigarillos, so I know what tobacco tastes like in that sense. I've smoked rolled cigarettes that I rolled myself with Virginia blend tobacco. I don't know what it was. Golden Virginia, maybe? I think that was it. So I know what tobacco tastes like, you know? This doesn't taste like tobacco. This tastes just, I don't know. Now, I do like that it gives me a consistent buzz. Now, maybe this is happening to me because I don't smoke too much. I smoke one cigarette every other day, so I still feel the buzz on every cigarette that I smoke. But if I'm smoking a light cigarette, sometimes I don't get the buzz, even if I only smoke one cigarette every other day. This is giving a consistent buzz, which cigarettes no longer do for me. Cigarettes give me like a 10, 15, 20-second buzz if I'm lucky, and then it wears out, even if I keep smoking the cigarette. Now, I keep smoking this, and I'm still feeling the constant head buzz. It's subtle. It's not very strong, but it's there, you know, it's relaxing. Oh, it seems like it's almost running out. See, this is quite fast. Maybe I have a time limit. I don't know if I don't smoke this, if it's going to run out on itself, or if it's the amount of hits that I'm taking. Now, I don't really enjoy the taste of this, you know. The taste of the tobacco is a very big part in why I smoke. I actually do enjoy it, although a lot of people really don't enjoy the flavor of tobacco. I do enjoy it. This, it just tastes like some kind of weird flavored smoke. I wonder if this smoke is enough for me to do tricks. Let me try. The body of the smoke is very bad. Also probably because, oh, it just vibrated. I think I have like, maybe, is it over? the body of the smoke is very bad. As I smoke it, it's not like a cigarette where it gives you a constant smoke, you know. As it runs out, the smoke starts getting lesser or smaller. I don't know how to say that in English. I don't think it has anything left. Like, look at the amount of smoke. Like, it's nothing. It's not like a cigarette. Oh, it's not lighting anymore. So I think maybe it has nothing left. Let me close. I don't want to burn myself. Okay. It's closed. Now, is this hot? Oh, it's hot. It's pretty hot, so I would not recommend touching that. I'm gonna put it in my car ashtray. Wow, I don't know how I feel about this. You know, the design, I gotta say, it's very slick. It's like very modern. But the whole point of smoking a cigarette for me is the taste, is the buzz, which this gave me a good buzz. Not gonna lie, constant buzz, always in my head. Now, the taste of it is something that I probably cannot get past. I cannot even explain to you exactly what this feels like. It's like, it tastes a little bit like menthol, because these ones specifically, these are like the menthol kind that they have. They have other flavors. They have one of these boxes that is like actual tobacco flavor, so I need to go and try that one myself. This one doesn't taste like tobacco at all, in the slightest. Not everything like I have tasted before. I don't really know how I feel about it. You know, what I found very interesting is that IQOS is actually produced by Philip Morris, which, if you didn't know. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I didn't want you guys to go through the sound of the car that just parked next to me. So, this is produced by Philip Morris, which, when you think of big tobacco, you think of Philip Morris, Japan tobacco, you think of British tobacco. Like, there's like 5 different big companies or 4 different big companies in the world that produce tobacco. This is produced by Philip Morris, which is owned by Altria, if I'm remembering correctly, which I didn't know. I thought this was a completely new brand, wasn't owned by any big tobacco companies. Turns out it's owned by Philip Morris, which also has Chesterfield, L&M, Marlboro, and other brands that maybe aren't as known as those 3 that I just said. So, this is produced by them to help people stop smoking combustible cigarettes. So, what I don't understand is if they are so interested in reducing combustible cigarettes and they want to create these machines that are heat not burn devices, why do they keep producing the combustible cigarettes? Probably because they do still sell a lot. Now, here in my country, which is Portugal, I'm from Portugal, this is very used. Everyone you see, not as many people smoke, you know, packed cigarettes as they use IQOS or rolled cigarettes. So this is very, you know, trendy these days, if you want to say that. I understand, because you can smoke this anywhere. It doesn't leave much of a smell. It kind of smells a little bit like farts, not gonna lie. It's not the most pleasant smell, but it doesn't smell like a cigarette where the smell is just gonna stain and stay everywhere. Now, one thing that is a sad point for me is the fact that it doesn't taste like tobacco. These ones, at least. I'm gonna buy other ones that are tobacco flavored. I saw that they have like some tobacco blend flavor. I'm gonna try those ones. Maybe, you know, I shouldn't have bought the menthol ones first, but I had to get them before they were completely out of stock and banned and illegal forever. So, still got them today. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna have to try different ones. This is not going to be my daily cigarette, that's for sure. I really enjoy, maybe I need to open my door a little bit. I really enjoy going outside, grabbing a cigarette from my pack, having to be in nature or somewhere in my car with the windows open, smoking the cigarette as soon as it is over, you know? This is like, I could just smoke this whole thing, it doesn't matter, it's almost like, you know, they just go. I don't know, this was like a 5 out of 10 for me. I like the design, I think it's modern, slick, whatever you want to call it. I like the buzz. Now, all of the rest, kind of irrelevant, I don't know. This was a nice experience nonetheless, you know, I had to try it. After all, everyone that I know that smokes usually smokes either rollies or they smoke IQOS. I don't know if you call this smoking, I think maybe, no, it's not vaporizing either, I guess it's smoking. So, I don't know, I had to try it. It's definitely an experience that I had as an European person. This is very used these days, and I don't know, I guess those were my opinions. This is like a 5 out of 10, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll bring some more IQOS content into the channel if that is something that you are interested in. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about this, if you've ever tried it, what you think of it compared to normal cigarettes, if you've ever tried both. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye! Alright guys, I am back. Honestly, I went home and I felt like I didn't really understand what I really thought about this. So here I am, we're gonna try again. I'm gonna retry it and actually try to take some conclusions out of this. So, first thing that I notice is on the first 2 to 3 hits that I take on this stick, this cigarette, the smoke is super hot. It comes into your mouth and it feels like you just inhaled like hot vapor from something. Way hotter than normal cigarettes, you know? Now, one thing that I will say is that a normal cigarette has around 10 point something milligrams of nicotine, while this, in the pack right here, it says it has 6.2 milligrams of heated tobacco. Now, I don't know what the dosage of nicotine is in this, but it says 6.2 grams of heated tobacco. After the buzz I felt a little while ago, I would say that this has more nicotine than a normal cigarette, but that is just my assumption. I'm not exactly sure if it is correct. And I would say that because this gave me a bigger buzz than a cigarette usually does, you know? It is a prolonged, calm sensation of relaxation in my head. Lasts longer than what a cigarette usually does for me. Now, I will say this is very convenient. I can smoke inside my car. I just came back to my car and my car doesn't smell like cigarettes. Now, usually if I was to smoke a Marlboro Red, let's say that, cigarette in here, it would be leaving the smoke of it, the smell of it for a long time, a couple hours, even a couple days maybe. So I smoked this inside of my car, I left, I came back, smelled a little bit like fart. Honestly, it does smell like a little bit of a fart. I'm not trying to be funny, that is exactly what this smells like. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I don't know if they will ever make it smell any better than this, but I will say, if you don't like the smell of cigarettes, this doesn't smell like a cigarette at all, doesn't leave the smell of cigarette in places. Now, another thing that I will say I enjoyed about this is one of my biggest pet peeves with cigarettes, and this is very specific to myself, but it's the smell that cigarettes leave in between your fingers, because you are holding your cigarette like this, so the smell is gonna stay in your fingers, you know? This doesn't leave any smell in your fingers because I'm just holding right here, you know, I'm not holding the cigarette itself, and I'm just puffing it. So it doesn't leave a smell in my fingers, doesn't leave a smell on myself. But I will say something I don't like about this is the sense of urgency to smoke. So what I mean by this is if you see these little bars that are lighting up, these means that I have around 50% of the time left to smoke, 50% of the stick left to smoke. Now this makes me feel that I cannot be relaxed, take a hit or something, because as soon as I look at this light, I'm like, oh, I need to smoke this because it's going to run out. One thing I really enjoy about cigarettes is the fact that I can just be here, sitting with my thoughts or recording a video, and I can smoke it as fast or as slow as I can. Now, of course, things like the wind may eat up my cigarette. If I don't take hits for long enough, the cigarette will start eating itself because it keeps combusting, you know, it keeps burning. So maybe it's about the same thing of a cigarette, but to have a light that tells me exactly how much time I have left makes me feel like I have to rush it a little bit. Now, this could be a me problem, you know, but that's something that I don't enjoy about this. Of course, I understand why it is there, because you need to know if it's over, if you still have some puffs to take, you know. What I still find super interesting is how it is way hotter than a cigarette. Like the smoke that you feel in your mouth, it's way hotter than when you are smoking a cigarette, which probably isn't as bad as smoking a cigarette, of course, because it's not burning, it is heating, but the smoke feels a lot warmer than with a normal cigarette, and I wonder why that is. Now see, I only have 25% of it left, which makes me feel like I cannot even talk about it and actually say what I'm thinking while I'm smoking, or I cannot smoke peacefully. It's like something that I need to be constantly puffing on until it ends so that I don't waste any of it. Now, by the end, the smoke starts cooling off a little bit. The body of the smoke is not as big as it is in the beginning. So it's not a consistent smoking experience through the whole thing. While on the cigarette, the smoke is as big as it is on the beginning, as it is on the end. This is a little bit different. Look at the body of the smoke now. See, it's way smaller than at the beginning. So there's a lot of things that I don't like about this. One of the major ones is the taste. I don't like the taste of it. This one specifically, as I said in the first part of this video, probably because I bought the menthol sticks instead of actual tobacco sticks. Now it just vibrated, which by what I saw on the internet means I only have 2 puffs left. So let me take those and let me give my final conclusions. Yeah, you know, you just take the stick out, you close the cap, it's all closed, you can put it in your bag or whatever. The sense of urgency that this device gives me, it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a cigarette. When I'm looking for smoking a cigarette, looking into smoking a cigarette, I'm looking for a very relaxed, long experience. At least like 7 minutes is what I take to smoke a cigarette because I smoke it quite slow. Now with this one, I feel like if I'm not constantly hitting it, I am wasting it, you know, so I don't really enjoy that. But I think that I have to try the actual sticks that are tobacco and not the ones that are menthol. I need to figure out how much nicotine this actually has and why it gives me a bigger buzz than normal cigarettes. But all in all, I'm sticking to my 5 out of 10, you know, rating. It is a sleek design, sleek device, kind of cool if you want to say it. I don't know if you should attribute the adjective cool to something that is related to smoking, but it looks maybe better than a cigarette. I don't know, I actually like the look of cigarettes. I'm gonna try some different ones, you know. I'm gonna try to give it a little bit of something else instead of just the menthol sticks, and then I'll give you my full opinion on what I think about the IQOS once I try some different sticks. But for now, 5 out of 10 is not really up my alley. I didn't love it. I didn't really like it, honestly. But I hope you enjoyed the review and I hope it was somewhat informative still. And I'll be back very soon with more cigarette and IQOS content, I guess. So yeah, bye!